to my channel. So today's video is going to be an unboxing of some recent releases. I have 3 pairs of sneakers, so it's not a lot, but one of them I have 3 colorways. So I'm going to show you all of them, and it's kind of a mini review on each of these sneakers. I guess I'll just give you like the sizing information and what I think about the sneaker. So let's just go ahead and start off with the Desert Boot. So this is not exactly a pair of sneakers, but it is the Yeezy Desert Boot that dropped yesterday, and they came out with 3 colorways, and I have all 3 of them to show you guys. So this one over here is the Salt colorway. So in the past we have seen Yeezy boots, but this time around it's actually in collaboration with Adidas. So as you guys can see, it comes in the box that's very similar to all the other Yeezys. It's this cardboard material, and on the front here it says Desert Boot, and then on the side you see the sizing information. And for these ones, I highly recommend sizing up. They do fit very snug. So this is actually my true to size, and it's way too small. So I would say definitely go at least half a size up or even 1 full size up, because I tried this in a size 7 and I think that fits me much better. But what I have in hand at the moment is a size 6, so yeah, definitely size up for these ones. I really like the Salt colorway, and as you guys can see, the upper of the sneaker definitely reminds me of a pair of 500s. This is the 500 bone whites that dropped recently, and as you guys can see, the upper really has the same kind of vibe with the material, like with the suede as well as the mesh paneling. I really like the boot, but I don't think it's something that I'll wear a lot. It is quite a chunky silhouette, and because you have to go a size up as well, I just feel like it looks very chunky. Even though the 500 is a chunky sneaker, for some reason, maybe I'm just not used to wearing boots anymore, but I just find these to be very chunky, and I think they look good with like looser pants or cargo pants. So that would be how I would style it personally. And they came up with 2 other colorways, which is this one over here is the rock color. Now this is more of a tan color. I didn't really pick up any of the older Yeezy boots, so I don't have them to compare it to, but in terms of pricing, I think they're priced pretty well. They're $300, so they're actually cheaper than like 350 V2s or even like 500s or 700s. In terms of comfort, I don't find them to be overly comfortable, but they're not uncomfortable either. But make sure you size up though, or else it'll be way too snug. It does feel a little bit stiff around the, I guess, the ankle area, but I think because it's new, so once you wear them in, I think they'll definitely get a lot softer. Another thing to keep in mind is that with the tongue, it does have this elastic band, so it is a little bit difficult to put your foot in. As long as you loosen the laces, you should be fine. But yeah, overall it feels very snug, and I really like the look of them. And the last colorway we have is called Oil, and as you guys can see, this is kind of like a dark brown color. They are really similar to the colorways that we've seen in the past. The only thing that's kind of a newish color for the boot silhouette would be the Salt colorway. Now we all know they have released the Salt in the 500s, and yeah, it just has a very similar vibe. And because I love the 500 a lot, when I first saw these, I was just like, yeah, I really like them. But like I said, I don't know how much I would wear these. Looking at the outsole, you guys can see it does have the Adidas logo here, which is pretty interesting. I have a pair of old Yeezy boots that I've dug up. So this is the season 3 Yeezy boots, but they're not exactly like these Desert boots here. Did I tell you guys they're called Desert boots? Yeah, anyway. They're called Desert Boots. I feel like I'm very rambly today because I woke up super early to film. But yeah, this is the boot from season 3. And because this was under the independent Yeezy line, you can see there is not any Adidas logo. It's just under Yeezy, and the box is very big. I thought I'd just show you guys which one this is. Oh, actually, I completely forgot that this is the colorway that I got. So yeah, this is the women's boot from season 3, and I can't remember how much I paid for these. 820! What? So the retail price of this is $820. So it's good to see that the boots have gotten a lot more affordable. Now I know this is a completely different silhouette, but from what I can remember, like season 1, the boots were really expensive, and I remember trying to buy them when they were on sale, and they were still pretty expensive, and that's why I didn't pick them up. So as you guys can see, it is a very similar colorway. It is like a earthy beigey wheat kind of color, and I think it looks really good. All three colors of the boots are really wearable, and you know, it's going into the colder weather for you guys in the States and everywhere else, but then in Australia we're actually coming into spring and it's getting a little bit warmer. It's still cold, so I can still wear these, but yeah, definitely way more suitable for warmer weather, definitely way more suitable for colder weather. They are a little bit not super lightweight. Wait, let me compare it to these. I mean, in terms of weight, they don't feel that heavy. They are fairly lightweight for a pair of boots, but they do not have any boost in them, in case you guys are wondering. They're just a standard boot, and it has quite a thick midsole, so it does give you a little bit of height. Like, it's just a very chunky silhouette overall, but I do like them. If I had to pick one of them, I would definitely go for the Salt, but keep in mind, because it is a lighter colorway, it is a little bit more difficult to maintain it and to keep it clean. The suede on this is the same as the 500s. It's very plush and it is very nice, and overall the quality I think is really good, and I think it's priced really well at $300. I think they're still sitting at a lot of stores if I'm not mistaken. I got mine from Sneaker Boy, so I'll link them down below if they're still available, so you guys can pick it up for retail. Now, the boots don't usually have any resale value from previous releases, but I just feel like I would buy these just because I really like the look of these, and also I feel like I'm too committed to buying all the Yeezys that I feel like I have to do it. So anyway, let's move on to the next pair of sneakers. So one more thing I forgot to mention about the boots is that it does have the reflective detail along the side of the sneaker. So it's not exactly like the 500, but it does have a little bit of it along here as well as on the tongue area. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool when you take a photo with flash. But anyway, moving on, let me just move this out of the way. We have the 700s that dropped last weekend. I can't quite remember, but in Australia they only dropped them on Adidas Australia, and I couldn't cop a pair, so I actually had to buy one from a store in Canada online. And as you guys can see, this is not my size. This is an 8.5, which is way too big for me. So any of the on-feet stuff, that is not my foot, in case you guys are wondering. But I just thought I'll give you guys a short clip of what it looks like on feet. So here we have the 700 V2s in the Inertia colorway. Now, there's not too much to say about this. It is not a new colorway. We've all seen the Inertia, sorry, my shoe just dropped. We've all seen the Inertia V1s, and this is the V2 version, and as you guys can see, it is very, very similar. And I feel like if you already have the V1, you probably don't need to pick up the V2. So overall, the sneaker has a very kind of cute pastel color. I really like it personally, but I know a lot of people are not too big of a fan of this particular colorway. It does have the orange accents as we've seen on the previous Inertia V1s. And by the way, I got these pair from Kick SDW, shout out to them. So in terms of the differences, obviously you guys know the V2 has a different upper, and the color is slightly different, like in terms of the shade of blue and gray. So you can see there is a slight difference with the suede, and also in terms of the paneling and the materials, but the overall vibe is very, very similar. The V2 does have a little bit more reflective detail, which I think looks really great. But yes, I mentioned before, if you already have the V1, you probably don't need to pick up the V2s. The outsole is, I guess, one of the main differences. The V1's outsole is a lot wider, whereas the V2 you can see is kind of like a light gum, light yellow kind of color, but again, it doesn't make too much of a difference. In terms of sizing, I find that the 700s V1 or V2 run a little bit small, so I'll definitely go up just half a size. If you want to stay true to size, it will be quite snug of a fit in my opinion. But yeah, that is all I have to say about this. Really not too much to say about them. So moving on to the next pair of sneaker, which is the last pair actually, and everything I'm unboxing today is from Adidas, and it is a pair of Human Races, and this dropped on Friday. There were 4 colorways altogether, but I only picked up the pink one. And to be honest guys, like, I haven't really been into Human Races for a while now. The last one I copped was the one with the 4 colorways, and that was a while ago. I feel like the Human Races is definitely one of the silhouettes that Adidas kind of overdid, like they exhausted it with too many colorways and too frequent drops. I feel like there's a fluff flying somewhere. But anyway, I ended up going with the pink colorway, and I think it looks really, really cute, and that's really the only reason why I picked them up. I don't know whether the camera is picking up the color correctly, but in person it's sort of this quite neon pastel-y kind of pink, and I don't usually wear sneakers that are that bright, but I just thought they're so cute, and the retail price is 320 Australian dollars, which I think is okay. In terms of sizing, I find that the human races fit true to size, so I'll just go for your regular size. So I got a men's size 6, and these fit really, really well. The upper does have that kind of prime knit material, so it does feel a bit like a sock, which I think is really comfortable, and then it has the boost over here, so you can be assured they're very, very comfy. And yeah, I just bought this because I really like the colorway. Now, there's no hype on human race anymore, I don't think, unless you have the more limited edition ones like the Nerd pair or like the Chanel pair. But you know, I feel like you should just buy sneakers because you like them, not for like resale purposes. Unless you're a reseller, I kind of get it as well. But for me, I don't buy things to resell anyway. So yeah, so that's why I picked it up, because I thought it was really cute. And in terms of detail, you can see it has the gum outsole. The other colorway was like a neon kind of yellow green. There was like a cream color as well as an all black one with the gum sole. I think all 4 colorways featured a gum outsole, which I think works well in this color combination. I kind of wish the black one was all black. I think that would have looked a lot more sleek. So if you look at the back of the sneaker here, you can see one side has the Adidas logo and the other side says human race. And as usual, there was also clothing to go along with the collection, as well as socks. I thought the socks were pretty cute, but I didn't end up getting them because they were like super long socks, and I don't think that's something I would wear. So yeah, anyway, I'm very rambly today, so I'm very sorry if I've been talking about things that are not relevant. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will be doing a review on the 350 V2 Clouds that's coming up next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And then is there a Power Phase coming as well? I don't know. There's quite a few Yeezy drops. I could not get my hands on the 700 magnets because I fell asleep that day. They dropped them on Yeezy Supply, and some of my friends managed to cop a pair. So if I can get a pair from Kick STW, I will do that and do a review for you guys. But as usual, I'll link where to get these if they're still available in the description bar below, in case you guys are wondering. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I said that already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! So today's video is going to be an what? Has been or have been? So the phone is ringing, but I'm trying to do this thumbnail. Whatever. Whoever you are, you can wait.